Hey everybody, so I just have a quick announcement to make. I will be going full-time independent game developer again. I've quit my 9 to 5 job, and I actually had another one lined up. Oh, hey Mia. I actually had another job lined up that didn't quite work out. Here you go. She gets to be in the video now. so, so Mia and I are going to make some games together. Um, I was going to make this video just to sort of talk about that for a little bit. Um, but basically, um, I just wanted to clear up some confusion, some questions you might have, and and here we go. Okay, so really, all that really, the only point I really need to get across, I think, is that because I've tried recording this a few different times, but the only point I really need to get across is that the things that I value are probably not the same things that most people value. A lot of people value a stable and steady 9 to 5 job where they can sort of easily clock in and out. Here we go. Let's put me on the spot right there. So, a lot of people sort of value that kind of thing. Um, on the other hand, I get kind of bored really easily, and that's kind of what was happening. Was that not a whole lot was going on, and I felt like the hours were passing by, the days were going by, and I had a lot of stuff I needed to get done that just wasn't getting done. And really, that's all there was to it. I mean, you could talk about different aspects of it, like how maybe I wasn't learning all the latest technology or something like that. And it's true that I kind of want to learn the latest technology, but at the same time, you don't necessarily need to be using whatever, trendy thing is trendy right now in order to make good software. So that's not really the issue. The issue really was just that, you know, I felt like I just wasn't doing a whole lot. And really, a lot of other people could be doing my job there. Um, Now, I know a lot of people appreciated what I did, and I'm thankful for that, and I'm thankful for the opportunity that I was able to have because I really needed the job at the time. I was in a bad financial situation back then, but fortunately now I'm not. It's kind of weird because like the whole world is kind of like in this, financial crisis, and more than just financial, but health crisis. But generally, I've been doing pretty good. Generally, I haven't really had any issues, and really, we've been doing better than ever. So it's kind of weird, but um, I sort of saved up all this money and reduced my expenses down, and did it all sort of the right way, as they say, to try and do it. Keep your expenses low and savings high, and all that. And so I've just kind of done it that way. And the whole idea is after, in my mind, it was just save up money for 2 years and then give it another shot. Which is like always what I planned to do, and it's what I ended up doing. Now, the fact that maybe down the road the job was less than satisfactory, maybe that doesn't really play into it that much. Like, it might be kind of true that at first the job was really great and it started out great, but over time it got more frustrating. But that's not really why. I mean, if I had planned to quit anyway, then it doesn't really matter. But it only took away the reasons to stay. It didn't really, you know, like if they had given me more reasons to stay, maybe I would have. Um, but it just seemed like over time, I just didn't have as many reasons to stay, and so I didn't. And it's like, well, okay, I didn't plan to stay there forever or very long, and they didn't really give me like. It's not about giving me reasons, but it's like the environment, the stuff I'm working on, the kind of thing I'm doing, and it's just like the job position that it was not something that I could see myself doing for much longer. It wasn't really like it just didn't fit with my personality, I guess. I mean, maybe to a certain extent. Like I could do the job well, but I just didn't like doing it, and I really don't want to, put myself in that box where it's like I'm stuck doing this kind of work I don't enjoy doing, and I think that's just the crux of the argument. So, I didn't know Mia was gonna sit on my lap during this video, but hey, that's what's fun about all it. Here we go. So yeah, and now, and see, that's another thing. If I was still working there, I'd have to come in every day, which for most software development jobs are remote right now. That kind of frustrated me. But now I get to sit at home with Mia, and she's going to be really happy about that. So that's good. And I'm not opposed to getting other jobs right now. It's just that in terms of opportunity, think about it this way. I wish we could both get in the shot at the same time. But, I just think about it in terms of opportunity cost. What am I... Get that out of the way. What am I spending my time on? And is that going to get me to a point where I want to get to in life? And, you could have reasons to say, well, maybe it's what you're doing is actually, maybe your job is actually doing something good for you if you get the experience. Or maybe it's not. Like, it depends. So, sort of the thing that I've just had to think about is, well, is what I'm doing worth it? And, you spend 8 hours a day, or really 10 hours because you're driving back and forth an hour. You spend 10 hours a day, and then you get home and you're too tired to do any work. And on top of that, they keep adding more stuff for you to do. And it's just like, not only adding more stuff for you to do, but like stuff that's not even relevant to what you're interested in. And just doing these odd jobs for not really getting paid anymore, and supposedly doing a really good job of it, supposedly, but then not really ever getting a pay increase. It's like, well, okay, so I'm overworked and underpaid, and it's like really stressed out, but at the same time kind of bored. And so there's all these reasons, but again, it's not really about the reasons or whatever, because I was able to get an offer for a different job, and I still turned it down because it had a contract that I didn't like, and I believe that signing that contract would have been a bad deal. Maybe if they came back with a different contract, but I didn't even want to mess with it at that point. I just thought, well, I'd have to modify every single thing in that contract, and it's like, it's more effort than it's worth. So, I don't want to jeopardize anything that involves my business or any potential business I might do in the future. So that's where that came from. In my opinion, it's just like, kind of for once have to put myself first a little bit. Throughout life I try not to do that very much, but ultimately, that's what you got to do, because at the end of the day, you don't know if you're going to get fired or laid off or what. And, fortunately that did not happen to me, but, just as easily could have. So, I've saved up my money. We're going to give this another shot, and I think we're going to do really good, because I've spent the past year and a half studying and doing research, and still every night after I got home, I would do work on my stuff, on my business. And so I've continued to maintain it, and I've realized that after we've put out that game in April, the DLC for Detective Butler, people were really excited, and I was simultaneously really happy and really sad, because I was happy that people loved it so much, but I was sad that I couldn't have done more on it because of all the stuff I was doing at, having to be stuck at work. And it's like those days just passed by so fast, and it's like, what if I had put that into making the game? It could have been a lot better. And or I could have put more stuff out there. Maybe I could have put multiple games out within the same year. And it's like, you get to a point thinking, what is your career going to be like? And my career is ultimately about video games, and especially making my own. But there's a lot of questions I want to know the answers to. There's a lot of, like how to program this thing or how to build that thing. I want to know how to do all that stuff. And the position that I was in was just not doing that. It wasn't coming close to that. So, I'm thankful for my time that I was there. And I wish them the best of luck still. And, they're all of them still, I think, were good people and were nice people, especially to me at least. But it just wasn't really a fit for what I wanted to do with my life. And that's kind of how it is. And I'm just thinking now about all the people who are interested in what we're doing, about what I'm doing and what Goldbar Games is doing, and all the games we can make, and all the people who enjoy the games that we make and like have fun with it. And that's come up a lot in the past year, where I've seen people playing my games and they enjoy it, and then I think to myself, man, I should keep doing that. I shouldn't give up on it. So I understand there's a lot of risk to it. People might hesitate to take a risk, or they might tell you, well, don't bother taking a risk. You don't want to do that. But in my opinion, it's like you got to take a risk at some point, because you won't get anywhere if you don't. Just be, don't risk more than you can lose, and you'll be good. Right, Mia? Yeah. All right. I think we're kind of at the end of the video here. It was nice that Mia got to be part of it. But yeah, I think I got my point across. It's just, I have a lot of plans, and you just got to spend your time wisely. That's all there really is to it. And, I'm young enough to be able to do this and take the risk. And worst case scenario, I just get another job for a little while and save up again. And that's just what we'll do. That's the worst that can happen right now. So thanks for watching. If you enjoyed, please like and subscribe, I guess. We'll have more videos soon. I'll be doing more videos on this channel and on others. And if you have any comments, let me know. What do you think? Have you ever wanted to sort of quit your job to pursue your own business? And how did that work out? I'd be interested to know. So that'll be it. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.